We've seen everyone is talking about the coming retro game handhelds in community. At the same time, RK2020 did one thing that nobody expected. They released an aluminum version of RK2020. I've seen some of gamers are looking forward to the Aluminum RK2020 and the company made it. Anyway, I'm glad to share the newest first-hand information with you in this video. Hi, this is Panda Mimi. Welcome back. Without further ado, let's get started. RK2020 Aluminum shows a dark gray and it appears a silver color from a different angle. Also, the aluminum quality is not easy to be worn out, but you may need to be careful about the sharp and harsh objects to get scratches on the shell. I found the ABXY buttons released recently are all colored, making the machine more beautiful, and it also reduced the trouble of disassembly. The select and start button are printed with appealing white characters. It's decent and plain. Unlike the original RK2020, 1. The fans are sunken, and 2. The transparent black shell makes the fans hard to be seen clearly. More important thing is, when I quit the game, I found the S buttons are more comfortable than before. They're easy to press. In fact, the select and start button are a little higher. You can see from the picture. From the plastic version, the usual S buttons sit flush with the case, so I cannot make sure if I have pressed them properly. The details, even though it's imperceptible, is appreciated. If I must find a fault, the cracks are still there. As a result, the buttons are loose and I can move them easily. I'd say they can do the S buttons better. The direction pad and the analog stick don't alter. The design is relatively ordinary. It can be made a little more delicate. Analog stick is on the appropriate position comes with a silicone cape. It's responsive with a gentle push. Okay, let's take a look at the shoulder buttons. I have many complaints to them. I mean, the plastic arcade device. You can hear the sound right. Now the Aluminum RK2020 is much better. By comparison, the gap between L2 and R2 is also much smaller, so you can hear a crisp sound when you press it. The L and R button is still a bit slack, but I don't think it's a big problem. The Aluminum RK2020 removed the reset button. The button seems useless. Card slot is smaller than before. Just perfectly fit the width of a micro SD card. The appearance of the machine is very neat. I guess they must have checked the back shell of RK2020. It seems to be similar. The whole edges and corners are not completely flat, with a bit of curvature. It also adds the 2 pieces of silicone pads. The good point is that when playing games, your hands are placed like this, supported by a silicone pad. You will not be tired after a long time playing. For people who have large hands, the pads may need to be moved to the center. The dimension of Aluminum RK2020 is a bit larger than RK2080. You can see it's about 1 cm, but the weight is still the same, so you can carry it out if you like. The edges of machine are perfectly stitched. It will not be the same as before. You can see the gaps clearly on the plastic version. The whole machine looks much concise and neater. It has a completely different feeling from the plastic version. I know most of you are concerned about the charging problems like slowing charging speed, or you can't charge the unit when turning it on. That's really tricky, but the Aluminum RK2020 has resolved the issues, I think. Because I have tested before this video, it can be charged when you turn off the device, and you can see there's a charging chart on display. It can be fully charged at 2 hours or more. It also supports faster charging, so I recommend you can charge with a quick charger. It will have a more obvious result. I would have worried about RK2020's position. As the best handheld in 2020 will be shaken, especially after the launch of Aluminum RK10. But obviously, they have been improving. Aluminum RK2020 is competitive in the field of retro game consoles. Is the Aluminum RK2020 is what you expect? Welcome to join us to have a discussion.